It's almost cologne-y. Almost, but it's not really. It's kind of... Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by my channel today. I am so glad you are here with me as I make Southern Gentleman soap. I adore this scent so much. I get it from Micah's and More. I will link Stephanie's Facebook page and her website down below if you want to go check that out. This Southern Gentleman outsells my Perfect Man soap. I did not think I would ever find a soap or a scent that would outsell that one. It is so popular. This, I'm getting repeat requests. The Perfect Man, everyone loves it, but I'm not getting those repeat requests. And so this is amazing. And I'm so excited to share this with you. This is gonna be a goat milk soap. Let me bring the camera down and show you what I got going on here. I gotta get my hairnet on too. Okay, I think I'm ready. And I think my table's ready. This is the third soap of 4 that I'm making today. I've been quite on this roll the last couple weekends of just cranking out soaps like there is no tomorrow. So in my pot here, I have the last of my, what's it called? Black Star Blue from Rustic Essentials, back when they were Rustic Essentials. That's the last of that. I wanted to use that up, and there is that. My main blue is going to be this Twilight from Mad Micah's. I used this in my barbershop soap, and I really like the way the blue turned out. So I'm going to do this one again in my main batch. I do have a little bit of Magic Blue from Micah's and More that I feel if I need to lighten this up, I will add just a little bit of this, or I can add a little TD. I haven't really decided. I may just play around with that a little bit. If memory serves, this fragrance played really nice. So I will probably not pre-disperse this. Let me look at it. Sometimes you can tell by looking. That is super fine. I'm not going to pre-disperse it. I'm just going to go for it. Goat milk in. Chunky goat milk. I don't have a lot of experience with like fresh goat's milk other than what I get. I get it frozen from a friend. And it's always chunky. It doesn't bother me too much. I'm sure it's pretty normal. I have my kaolin clay in here. I have noticed that I'm getting some like spots in my soaps. And I just started wondering if it was the kaolin clay not getting completely, like, I don't know, dispersed or absorbed in. So I'm really trying hard to put that in early and let it just sit in that oil. That is not emulsified just yet, but since I am going to be blending it to get all the colors where I want them, I feel like that is a good thing. Oh gosh, heavy. I kind of went back and forth whether I wanted a dark soap with a lighter blue or vice versa. Something about the name Southern Gentleman just screams blue to me. This is almost black. It's so dark. It is a blue. It's supposed to be a navy blue. And it really is, if you look at it, it really does look navy blue in certain lights. But in certain lights, it really does look black. But I think this isn't going to help me lighten this up. And I just want a tiny bit lighter. So a little bit of TD will get me where I want it. I honestly don't know why I always grab a bar spoon when it comes to my TD. It's just what for some reason, I like this really long spoon handle. I'm just gonna start slow and see what happens. I do want it to stay dark. That's gonna be enough. All right, and let's do this. Such a pretty blue. All right, I'm gonna put most of this in here. Oh, it smells so good. So good. So it is very, very mildly traced or emulsified. I don't think it's a trace. Maybe a little bit of a trace. I love my two blues. Again, this one still almost looks a little black. It's kind of like this thing with this Rockstar blue. I really like the idea of it, but I think it's just difficult to get a navy and not go black or not go too blue. So I've always struggled with this one a little bit. I've always liked it though. We're getting there, guys. I think we're about ready to pour. Let me get my mold. And I'm back with a fresh battery. I have my mold from Winston and Walter. I love this mold so much. Let's see where I'm at. Yeah, I am definitely at a trace now after taking time to swap out a battery. So I am going to just do a quick pour. No fancy design on this. I actually like that it's thick. I just made my black soap with neons and my colors were too thin. And I'm kind of upset with myself for doing that because the swirls I think are so much prettier when you have a hanger swirl. When you have some thickness into the soaps, much less muddy. So I'm just going to go back and forth between the two colors. And almost all of it out of my pitcher. I was messing around with my gear tie with my husband today because he's going to make me a hanger tool. So he wanted to know the thickness, so I had this all kinds of messed up. I'm just going to kind of splatter this on top, not letting it get too far down in there. All right, and then my go-to swirl. I just love this swirl. All these years later, it's my favorite. My favorite top is just to swirl some colors on top. It's so easy. It takes no skill. Maybe that's why I love it so much. No skill, and it always looks good. Love it, guys. Love it. I just think it's the perfect color scheme for a soap that I call Southern Gentleman, because I'm not clever enough to come up with its own name. I will use the name of the fragrance. We'll cut it in a few days. All right, Southern Gentleman is next on my list. I am going to trim the edges really quickly. It's just a little bit too much on the edge. And that will just save me a step when I go to trim them later. I always have good intentions of doing this, and then I just never remember to do it. And then I did one last weekend. I cut it, and I cut the edge of one bar and forgot the other two. So I thought that was kind of funny. Baby steps, guys. I gotta have baby steps with that kind of stuff, I guess. Oh, I think these are gonna be so sweet. I have a little soda ash, I think. I don't normally get soda ash. And I think my colors are gonna fade a little bit. I don't remember which blue I used. Oh, I think I used Twilight from Mad Micah's. That looks a little off angle, like it's bigger on the bottom and not as big on the top. I don't know. Yeah, it does look a little angled. Nothing too bad though. But yes, it does look like the color is fading just a little bit. It almost looks like it's going to end up being like a smoky blue, like a gray blue. So we'll see. I don't know if that's a fragrance oil. I don't remember. What, the Southern Gentleman. I don't have my bottle in front of me, so I don't remember what the... I didn't think it was supposed to discolor. I think the top is pretty, other than a little soda ash I've got going on there, but I don't get too worked up about some of these things, guys. It's like I choose my battles, and a little bit of soda ash, a few air pockets here and there are not the battles I choose to fight. But dang, yeah, I do feel like I'm going to wait and finish this video and give that a couple weeks maybe, and see if that discoloration right there travels throughout the bar. Either way, it's a win, because this fragrance is amazing. Either way, it's a good one, guys. I love it. And I think the swirls ended up being really nice. There you go. I like them. I like the two different blues, although that does look black. But that's all right. I can deal with that as well. I'll be back, guys. All right, guys. Well, what do you think of Southern Gentleman? I cannot wait to get this back up on my website and take this to my first craft show in a couple weeks. I'm just so tickled that how well that this soap sells. So if you are ever ordering from Micah's and More, I would highly recommend Southern Gentleman. Go ahead and just pick up a bottle, guys. It is just one of the best men's scent I have smelled. It just, without being over the top cologne, you know, it's not really in that cologne, and it's not really clean like Irish Reigns or those clean men's scents. It's just in this weird, it's almost cologne-y, almost, but it's not really. It's kind of, I'm trying to come up with a good descriptor for this scent, and I think it's kind of right in the middle between being a very clean masculine scent and a very cologne type masculine scent. It's kind of in that middle. It's just so good, guys. I love the swirls. I just think the swirls turned out great. What do you think? I think they're wonderful. Now, I was watching some of the cutting. I sometimes forget things when I'm coming to do these outros like weeks and weeks later. And I had forgotten that this was wanting to discolor on the edges, but that discoloration went completely, it went away. So whatever discolor, I mean, the colors came back quite nicely. So it is still a nice blue. It's not that gray blue that it was turning when I first cut it. So happy about that because I really think this blue is quite pretty. The darker blue, it does just look black. So it is what it is. All right, guys, I appreciate you watching The Making of Southern Gentlemen. If you enjoyed watching it, give me a thumbs up. I appreciate that. Comment below. Let me know what your favorite men's fragrance is. Maybe I will have to check that out because I'm a fan of them. And that's it. So I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.